Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7 on hot7025fm.com.
Uh-oh. Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, pretty.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Good.
How are you? Welcome to Thursday.
Welcome to Thursday. Here we go. Here we at it again.
At it again. Another episode of Let's Get It Together on Hot 702.5 FM. I am so glad to be here today. I'm excited today.
Good. Very good. Yeah, I'm excited too. We got a special guest.
So let me take a breather. You know, I like that opening. Just woosah.
Yeah. Take a breath.
That's right.
Bring it in.
We're here at Thursday.
You sound so far away.
Do I sound far away?
Yeah.
Okay, I hope I put on the right mic. You know, I'm still special. That's right. But can you hear me?
Yeah, you just sound really far away.
Okay. Well, I'll
Could be me.
know. Yeah, because you know what? I don't even hear myself. Oh, so maybe that's what's going on. Hello?
Now
That
I
sounds
hear
better,
you.
doesn't
There
it?
you go.
Yeah.
There
Ooh,
you
I'm learning how to be a programmer.
right. Right.
Anyway, so how are you?
I'm grand. I'm pretty good. I'm out here in Berkeley, California, right next to
You
the
might not want to
pier,
move too
Oakland,
much because every
California.
time when you move, you lock up. So you might have to sit still a little
Oh
bit.
my bad. I'll be still. I'm gonna call my OCD down.
Bring it down a notch. Okay, so
Right. How you
no,
doing?
I'm doing good. I really am.
Good.
We have a guest. We had a guest. But yeah, there you go. So, we got a minute. I want to talk real quick our
Oh
normal
yeah.
get together because I can't ignore some of the things that happens during the week before we get
Right.
together. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
can't do that to the
Absolutely.
listeners. That's why you're
Right.
listening to Let's Get It Together because the idea is we are trying to get it together, and through
Right.
that, we're
Right.
giving you some information.
Absolutely.
So I just want to touch real quick because last week and I think even the week before we spoke on seafood.
Yes, we did. Last week we talked about salmon, sea bass, and stuff like that being recalled in California and Arizona.
Well, the saga continues with the seafood.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. So basically, there's some concern about the way lobster is being caught.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Maine lobster. You guys love Maine lobster for you seafood
Right.
lovers. Um, it's losing its sustainability label. And so I was like, well, what
Hmm.
exactly does that
What does
mean?
that mean? Right.
Well, what it means is there's two food guides, and these are like the it of food guides, information,
Mm-hmm.
have recommended that we should not be eating lobster or we should be kind of questioning
Oh
it
wow.
because there are some concerns, not so much about the lobster itself,
Mm-hmm.
but the fact that they are affecting the poachers, the lobster fetchers,
Mm-hmm.
fishermen. Um, what's been happening is the right whales have been getting entangled in the nets while they're trying to catch these lobster.
Oh
So we're
wow.
sacrificing a whole species
A
to grab these
species of
lobsters that y'all
whales.
love. Yeah,
Aren't they
species of,
also an endangered species already? Oh
and they're
wow.
already an endangered species. That is correct. So we need to be conscious that certification and eco certifications is huge in the seafood industry. So if they're losing that label, it's a blue, they call it a blue label, that certifies that they are eco friendly, and it's an
Oh,
incentive
okay.
that
Okay.
our seafood producers strive for,
Right. I
because
can
it
imagine.
sets the standard for sustainability, which means it's eco friendly, and that they are certified because they're aiming to act in a sustainable manner, which means you are conscious of the ecosystem and how you affect it and all that stuff. So all I'm saying is every time you eat a lobster roll,
Right?
you might want to consider that we're sacrificing whales.
Right. Right. So if you have some concern for the environment or you are very conscious of the things that you eat, how you recycle, any of that, that all ties hand in hand. If we're not treating our sea life right, I don't know who we think we are.
And we've
I
gone
really
seafood
do.
overboard as far as I'm concerned. I think we need to
Right.
reel it back a little bit. We got all these seafood restaurants that did pop up shops because they got their little PPP loan and they can't sustain. And then they want to push the charges back on us. There's a couple of
Right.
restaurants that just opened here in Las Vegas, and they went from
Hmm.
$23 boils to now $28 boils. And we already know what all these boils and some of these hot spots are. You know, your hot and juicy and all of those. So we need to
Right.
be conscious. Okay, so I thought that was important to bring
I
out because
agree.
there's also a lot of schemes out there for eco-friendly stuff. So once we introduce this stuff to the listeners, you guys, once you start opening your eyes and looking at some of the stuff, you will know that there are schemes out there. Just like with the whole wheat scheme, just like with this, how they're putting heart healthy on our oils. They're
Mm-mm-mm.
allowed to use heart healthy on our oils. Our vegetable oils are the things we fry our food in. Our canola oils, which you already heard
Yeah.
weren't good for us. They
Right.
all have these properties that if they can reduce these properties that are cancer forming and other, they start to inspire other
Ailments,
diseases,
inspired ailments. Right.
they're allowed to use those fake
Wow.
kind of labels to get you
Ooh,
caught
the
up.
U.S. I'm telling you, the U.S. is something else. They don't care.
They don't.
Almost, they just don't care. But this is why we do what we do, because if they don't care, somebody has to care. And we're glad that you listen. And that's why we bring you this information.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
That's correct. Let me also just say that I was in a contest, and I think it ends at 7 p.m. And I can't stand the fact that this Fab over 40 is based off of likes and votes, because that means I have to let my beauty be at the exposure of you guys voting every day. But if you have a
Hmm.
heart right now, you could go to my Facebook page. It's pinned at the top. You can vote for me. Change me from four, the only black woman in the competition of this line of people, because there's different sections of people. I'm the only black
Okay.
woman, and there's three other white women. And I'm just saying what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got to be real with you. But if you want to vote for me, tonight
Right.
is the cutoff, and that
Okay.
would lead to it's only going to go down to one person. So go to my Facebook page, Jnine Roberts, and you can vote for Fab over 40. It's a nice little bag at the end of it, some recognition, and you could also support breast cancer. So those points
Nice.
double if you want to support breast cancer. So let me throw that out there
Nice.
real quick. Anything else
Yes.
you want to
Go, go,
give? Because
go.
we have a nice guest.
No, I'm excited about our guest. I can't wait. Hey, hey, Liplock, Mr. Liplock out there acting up in the comments.
Yeah, I just left him. You know, y'all better get y'all tickets for the show. The show is
Right.
tomorrow. It's selling out. I'm already marinating food. Let me just say this too, and then I'm gonna bring in our guest because this girl is on fire. She is doing
Yeah.
her shiznit, okay? And I love it. I love black women doing things. That's why we made this platform as well. It's a wide platform that we want to bring you some of Vegas's finest.
Right.
And I really love our black women doing our
Yeah.
thing in
Yeah.
Las Vegas. I want Las Vegas to win.
Yeah.
I want Las Vegas to win. Y'all see? I'm still a loyal Raider supporter. You better believe I
Wow.
am.
I want black folks to win. I want
I
all our black
want
folks to win.
I want our black folks to win. I fully agree. So, without further ado, woo we I can't even turn my phone on without volume. Without further ado, we have our special guest tonight. This is Miss KADA Castillo. I've been knowing her for years now, and we just met on a fluke. I think our common denominator was can't think of his name right now. But let's bring on our special guest.
Yay!
Uh oh.
Hey!
Hold
Hey!
on.
Miss Kata.
Hold on. Because, I'll be playing with the.
Here we
It's,
go.
there we go.
There we go. There we go.
Hey.
I gotta get. I was just telling somebody. I said one thing about being an entrepreneur is that you got to be your own tech person. Not my strongest suit.
Well, and I'm not techie. That's why the station has a very beautiful, blessed, fine ass CEO that knows how to work all of this. You know what I'm saying? So we just show up.
So you were asking our common denominator, and it's so funny you said that. Our common denominator is Eddie, and we met sometime around this time. Remember, we were doing Thanksgiving do's and don'ts.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. And then we
Yep.
come back 360 and we're around
Three.
Thanksgiving again. After 2 days, throw it away.
Yeah, right. I think we said it before Ply said it.
Get rid of it. Wrap it up. It's
Wrap
done.
it up. Yeah, make it something else if you need to, and then that only has a day type thing.
Well, this
But
year we're only doing a 2 day Thanksgiving intermission. After that, we're back on Christmas schedule, people. Wrap it up.
I love it. But our real common denominator was our boy. Why I can't think of his name right now? Come on
Eddie?
now, Yeah, it was Eddie.
Mm.
Because I had made Thanksgiving dinner on his podcast,
Yes, and that's
and
how we
then I
met.
think you came and ate.
Of course I did. Was it a Mr. Free meal? Yes, it is. And that is our common denominator.
Oh my goodness! Shout out to Eddie because he is doing his thing. He is doing his
Always.
thing. So
Always.
we got a few listeners and supporters, watchers.
Yes.
Comedian Lip Lock has tuned in. Nika Williams, she's here to
Yay.
support Kata. All about support.
All about
That's
support. I'm
right.
here to support all of us.
So
Not just
Lip
me.
Lock said he can't hear you.
Can't hear me?
No, Kata. Okay. No, you're
Let me
fine.
see.
You're fine.
Let me
That was
see.
we're a little behind times. So
Okay.
anyway,
I'm like, let me see. Let me see. Let me get it together.
Pierre Andre he commented. He said he loved Kata. Look at the
That's
love.
right.
I
You
love
got
y'all. I love
love,
y'all.
girl.
Okay, thanks, Lip Lock. That's cool. Suzanne
Thank
Roaches
you.
says, "Go Kata. I love it." So let's get to the business of Kata, because when we met, you was already grinding. You was thinking about back to school. You had already done some back to school stuff. Let's first talk about this toy drive, and then we're gonna go in reverse as far as how you got here, because this is important.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So the toy drive this year, you guys, like you just said, usually I'm doing back to school, and this year my money was wrapped up in other business investments. So I did skip over back to school. But with the outpour of supporters and family and kids who needed the back to school support, I felt really bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to make it my duty this year to make sure I do a toy drive and to still give back to the community the best way I can, which is putting these events on. So this will be my first toy drive, but about fourth community event. Minus
Mm,
the pandemic. During the pandemic, of course, we didn't do anything. Nobody was in school.
that's
We
right.
couldn't do big get together. So we
Right.
skipped the
Right.
pandemic and we had did one last year once it was able to come back. And then now this year we're doing a toy drive. So that's where the toy drive came about. And of
Nice.
course, I always feel like I wouldn't have nothing I have. I wouldn't be who I am if I
Mm,
didn't give back to the community. The people that support me, I got to support them. And right now,
That's
everybody's
right.
getting hit hard. The
that's right.
Right.
economy has done everybody a number. You get what I'm saying? So people are still recovering from COVID, still catching COVID. You get what I'm saying? Some people has lost their whole family to COVID, their spouse to COVID.
That is
So
right.
people are still trying to recuperate. And let's not forget the surge of inflation that we all just got hit with. So,
Wow. Right.
it's not like we can do much, but if we could come together and do what we can, and even if it's impacting one family, two families,
Stop
that's really the
playing.
goal.
That's
You get
right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if it's
Right.
one, two, but
Absolutely.
we're gonna strive to help as many kids and family this year that we can all come together. I have some dope businesses that I teamed up with to do this. It's not just me. I teamed up with Challenge Her Car Club with Misfit. Shout out to Misfit and the
Shout
gang.
out.
You
Listen,
get what I'm
let me stop
saying?
you real quick. I got to give her a shout out, but I also have two moms watching it. Hey, mom.
Hey,
Hey,
mom.
Vanessa.
Hey,
Um,
Vanessa.
Misfit. I'm giving up some jewels, but I'm also addressing. She was gonna do my intro for our show. She's
Let her do
still
it.
gonna do the intro for the show. We just couldn't make the connection because she's busy, and then so
Everybody's busy, but we gotta make
everybody
time
busy.
Right.
for. We gotta make
Yeah, and she
time
would have.
for.
She
Everybody
told me
booked
what
and
she told me
busy.
her studio hours, so I gotta work within her studio hours.
Get with her, man.
But anyway, um, where I'm gonna tag my aunt. She's done a toy drive for probably the last 10, 15 years here in Las Vegas. She is B&A Entertainments, and it just occurred to me she hasn't been able to do these things for the very reasons that you just gave. She is the media person for the Whispers.
Hey,
So,
Auntie.
hey, aunt, right. So I'm gonna
Right.
Hey,
tag her
Auntie.
now, and because I also know that you wanted some delivery places for toys.
Yes,
She's
yes,
got
yes,
those.
Okay.
So let me see
Oh,
yes.
if we can make
perfect.
some connections here today, and let's get it
Let's
together.
bridge the gap.
Right.
Yeah.
Share with my friends, your friends, and we can all be friends on the weekend. That's
Right.
the whole goal.
Look
Is
at
that
you. See,
it takes a village. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, it
And
it
does.
does.
once I became a mother, and
Mm.
it kind of all that statement in itself all kind of made sense. It takes a bit village, whether that's your blood village, but just to have good people around you, good people with the same mind state, goals, and everything has to align, and that is your village. As I get older and I start
Speak
to
on it.
mature and become and step into my womanhood and my divine purpose, I realize, look,
Ugh.
sometimes your village is not your blood, your village is who you make it. You get what I'm
Right.
Bottom
saying?
line.
In this day and age, I think it's very clear that if we're standing here, sitting here today, and wherever you're at, you have a divine purpose because we just went through something and some people whole family just got wiped
Right.
out.
That's right.
You
That's
get what I'm
right.
saying? It's some people right here standing by themselves, standing 10 toes, probably with just the people that they created. But everybody gone, auntie, uncle, cousins, mamas, daddies.
Mm-mm-mm.
Some people woke up and lost their whole family in a matter of
Right.
a 2 year time frame.
Right.
So if we are blessed to be sitting here,
Amen. Amen.
Yes, we are, girl. Talk
you
that
feel me?
talk.
If we're blessed to still be
Yes.
sitting here today, then that means each and every one of us have a divine purpose. We're here for a reason.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
my whole goal of the toy drive and any of my, events giving back is because look, Some days we're gonna be up, some days we're gonna be down.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we gotta
Right.
stand 10 toes and support each other. You know what I'm saying? It's
And
hard.
support each other. Like that's the biggest phrase
Yes.
ever. When is the Joy
Yes.
Drive? I think we just put a flyer up real quick, so all of your supporters and our supporters, they were able to see real quick that the flyer, there it is, December
Yes.
17th. Oh, I love
December
it. See, that
17th.
engineer ain't
Oh,
no
I look
joke.
forward to that.
Okay. Here comes the engineer. The engineer.
Man, shout
So
out to IT.
is December 17th. We are looking for volunteers, sponsors. If you would like to
Okay.
donate, the events, we will get there, arrive on the scene at 11 a.m. The event starts
Okay.
at 12. At least that's when everyone expects it to come and line up. You know, if your
Hmm.
kids needs haircuts or hairstyles, we be providing that as well. So if you
Oh,
are
wow.
looking to get your kids haircut or their hair done, if they're young ladies, little girls, please come washed and
Oh,
detangled because we're gonna have the stylists and the barbers out there
That's
making
right.
sure
Give them the
everybody look
instructions.
good. Everybody look good
girl.
for the Christmas holiday. You get what I'm saying? And that's one
That's
thing
right.
I'm really big on. And that's how some of my other events have came into play and other businesses have came into play because I'm big on if you look good, you feel good. Your life
That's
could be in
right.
shambles, but if you feel good, we can fix
That's
it.
my motto. I
Right.
purpose when I leave the house because I want to make sure that my day is like I look. May not be like how I
Mhm.
feel. But if you
Mhm.
look at me, you're gonna be like, she got it going on.
Living
And you're
good.
absolutely
You
right.
living
Right.
you
That's
living
right.
That's
large
my
in the
motto
park.
too. If I'm gonna be gone out of the house for more than 20 minutes, I'm
You might
putting
as well look
myself
good.
together.
You feel me? We might be on a payment plan with NV Energy. Look, we
Right.
understand you could be blowing up your phone. But look, if I look good, we gonna figure it out. Y'all can get your money when you get your money.
No stress. So
Look,
the 17th, December 17th is the toy drive.
yes.
And where can people send the donations? Where can they contact you if they have something toys to drop off and things of that nature?
Okie dokie. So we will have, or we do have drop off locations spread across the valley. We have some on each corner so far. Now, exact addresses, look, work with me, follow me. I'll post them for you guys.
And
But
where do we follow you?
you could follow me on Facebook at KADA Castillo. That's the
Wait,
main
okay, hold
thing.
on, hold on. Yeah, speak real clear into your mic.
Let me see. I'm on company property. Let me.
That's a little better.
Is it working?
That's a little, yeah,
Is it good?
yes.
Good? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I can
Yes.
hear you now.
You
I
hear
All right.
you.
want them to hear you loud and clear. And then, yes, we just posted a few people want to call in, but I need you to get this out first, and then we're going to, we'll take some callers. Give us a
For
second.
sure. So, you guys can follow me right here on Facebook at Kata Castillo. That is the main reliable source to reach me. You can
Okay.
follow Misfit on Facebook as well. She'll be able to give you details. You can follow any of our sponsors, Eddie Fuels, C. Renee. The list continues. Rocco Lacey will be teaming up with him and the veterans this year also. So it is a couple people you'll be able to see off of my Facebook that is contributing and giving out directions for
Okay.
this tour drive.
Chicken there.
So it's
Okay.
not just me.
Okay.
You could find a couple other people too that you can get in touch with if you can't reach me.
Fantastic.
Oh, great.
Fantastic. And we're
Is there
shooting for,
any
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is there any specific age range of toys that you would like to see the majority of with this drive?
Actually, no. It is, we're looking
No?
from
Okay.
everywhere from up until newborn
Okay.
till 18. Like I
Okay.
said, some people are still recovering from the pandemic. Some people have older disabled children. Some
Right.
people are just recuperating from losing their place due to the pandemic. So again, all donations are
Oh,
accepted
right.
as long
I
as
know
they're
that's
just,
right.
Beautiful.
they're brand new,
Beautiful.
sanitized, sanitary, up to par to give to another
Listen,
individual.
don't be bringing no used toys. They need to be in boxes. They don't even
Look,
need to be like
I would say
opened.
that.
Don't play with me. No, we're not doing that to
Yes.
not a kid. We ain't dressing nothing up for y'all. We're not doing any of that. We want We
Please,
want
cardi
boxes
please.
still sealed. Y'all, listen, Dollar
Okay.
Store don't play. I still take my 3 year old, my 3 year old grandchildren go to Dollar Tree and they go nuts. You hear me?
Mhm.
So
They
we
get
ain't limiting
excited
where
about
you
Dollar
buy it.
Tree
We just
toys. Don't
want it.
worry.
Yeah, right. We just don't want it used.
Right.
Okay. I
Yes,
mean,
please,
that's not what
respectfully,
this drive is about. That's what Salvation Army is about because they'll clean it up for
respectfully,
you. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
respectfully.
That's right. That's right.
Yes. So
So,
anything brand new, whether it's hygiene, toys, walkers,
Okay.
baby material,
okay.
anything and everything you feel that your heart is able to give, we will appreciate it full circle.
Sounds good to me. Anybody
Mm,
want to call in?
thank
702-551-5261. Give us a call. You want to speak to Kata? Go on and give us a call. You want to talk to Jezzy? You want to talk to J9? We all here. We with the shit. Bring it. You know what I'm
Don't
saying? We
call out
anything you
here
want to talk
acting up. Don't
about.
don't call out here acting up now.
Don't do that.
right.
Don't do that. Hot
All right.
702.5 FM with J9, Jezzy, Kata on Let's Get It Together.
Yes, yes.
All right. Well, how I missed a call? I answered. Call back. Listen. We talked about IT.
That's our tech
702-551-5261.
savviness.
Not
I
in my
answered. I don't
jargon.
know if you just didn't hear me, but call back. Please call back. In the meantime, let me ask you about your entrepreneur journey because you went from no kids when I met you to 2 kids and about 19 businesses. I'm like, she's not Belizean. Like, she is really like on something else. Like, Hot
Well,
702.5 FM. Let's get it together. We got a caller.
What's going on? It's your boy Lip Lock. How y'all doing?
So
how you
listen, let me just
Hey.
make the clarity. She can hear you, but she may not be able to answer. So I'm going to do interpretation. What's up?
That's cool, man. Just tell Kater, saying I got nothing but love for you, baby. You feel me?
I love you.
She
I'm
said
gonna
she
be
love
there
you
for the
too.
toys. Live Like Media LLC is definitely gonna be donating. You know what I'm saying? Looking
Right.
out for the kids to Las Vegas. I just want to make sure that one of the things I could bring was okay to bring. My grandma, before she passed, she left us about 20 packs of diapers, grown-up diapers. Want to know they in the box though? Can I bring them?
Look,
That figures he say some shit
you
like
might
that.
need cans.
Okay, say it
I can't. I
again.
can't bring. I want the my grandma. When
No,
she passed, she left.
I heard grandma. Rest in peace,
Okay.
grandma.
Yeah.
Grandma's not dead yet.
It's some
Yeah.
grown up diapers, right? They the ones with the
Oh
extra they extra
Lord.
absorbent. So
Oh
I didn't know if they in
Lord.
the box still. I want to see if I can bring them through.
Lord, Lord,
Everything is
Lord.
accepted.
Everything is
God
acceptable.
bless you.
We just make sure nothing's used,
Nothing's
okay?
used.
Now she ain't
Oh
use them.
my
She ain't use
goodness.
them. She ain't get a chance
Oh,
to.
grandma, rest in heaven.
Mm-mm-mm.
I can't stand you.
You stay help
She
yourself.
hasn't passed
Hey, I
yet.
love you, baby girl. I love all y'all down there, man. Keep doing your thing. I just want to
Thank
call
you.
in and show my love.
I
Tell
love it.
Kay to keep doing her shit. Let her
Listen,
know, she already been a fan since Kay and Shay show. You feel me?
Kata and Shay Show.
Hello. Period.
She said, period. So,
Period.
Hey,
Lip Lock is doing a show tomorrow that I am actually catering. Please get your tickets on Eventbrite. It's the Blackout Comedy Show
the door,
tomorrow.
or at the door,
You can
or
come
at
to
the
the
door.
door.
Either or.
Yeah. Buy your alcohol
Yes.
ticket. You can get your alcohol free or not free. You pay
Or,
for it, and then you get
Wait,
it.
y'all
You
got
got
free
unlimited.
alcohol?
It's unlimited.
correct. There you go.
Hmm
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
you gotta
I
pay
But you
for
got to
love
pay
it.
your
All right, man.
fees. Okay, thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
All right, Lip
No
Lock.
problem. You have a good one.
Wait, you said it's unlimited alcohol?
That
after
ticket.
after you get your wristband.
Oh, I might have to slide in that thing. Sound like my kind of
Right.
party.
Slide through. Listen. So we are at the halfway mark, and there's a lot to cover. Let's talk about your journey.
It's been a long journey. The
In a short
journey is
amount of
so
time, though,
good.
baby, because you
Bring it on in.
let's hear it.
Okay, well, the last time I seen you, I You know what? The last time I seen you was not too long after I had got shot, actually. You're right. So I didn't have any children, and I was definitely still trying to work my way through life. Fast
Oh.
forward to the last 2 years, I did have two babies. I had my son and I had my daughter, like really soon after each other. And honestly, me having children is how it equated to me having almost 50 businesses now, because again, I got two humans that are solely depending on
Right.
me and their
Right.
dad, you feel me, to make this happen.
Shout out to the dad, girl, because he been rocking with you,
Yeah,
supporting you. You know what I'm saying? And he seems to me, in my spirit, that I pick up that he is not only just supportive. That's a no brainer, but that he is
Mhm.
really active with his children. So shout out
very
to
much so.
dad. Okay, I
Definitely
have
shout
to
Okay.
out
do
to my
it. I have
kid's
to do it.
dad. Yeah,
I'd love to hear it.
he's an
Real
awesome
quick,
dad.
my mom, Dr. Beverly Wells, says I truly believe our children deserve to have new things and not necessarily expensive, but not used. She loves the
Hello, mama.
program. Pierre says you are detailed on the work that you do, and then he said, "Let me find out he missing all the black events." Pierre, get on board.
Right.
You know what?
Unfortunately, social
Let's
media is the way to
Pierre,
figure it all out. It's unfortunate, but
start him out. Start him out. He that right there. Now that right there is a hustler. That's a business owner, and he gets it done. He's a
shout out to
luxury
Pierre. Let me find
travel
out.
agent. He do the works, but he makes sure it's done within class, style, the highest
Nice.
level of luxury that you could think of.
Ooh.
You want luxury, you want to travel, holla at
Yes.
Pierre. He gets it done every
All
time.
right, listen to all this
All right,
networking going
Pierre.
on. I guess our next show gonna be about networking in the
Yes.
black
Yes,
community, particularly.
got to,
Yes.
Um,
got to.
so my mom says she's gonna share this with BNA Community Services. But Aunt did toy drives. Yeah, I did tell her mom before you got on the show she would do dinner and Christmas every single year for the last probably 10, 15 years.
That's
So
amazing.
she's gonna make sure she gets in touch with her. We would go and volunteer. And so Mr. Zell Slim King said, "Hey, baby mama."
That's my baby dad. That's Pete's
That's the
daddy, y'all.
BD. All
Yeah.
right.
There you go.
So you got these two humans. You decide it's important that you feed the family because you knew you were blessed, destined, called, chosen, and that you needed to be doing what you need to do. Where'd you start? Where would you tell these young? Because girl, you're young.
I am. I'm going to be 27 this year.
Oh,
Well, next
wow.
year,
Talk about
January.
it.
Yes, I'll be
Oh,
27.
wow.
Tell these young
Okay.
So,
ladies first step
yeah.
because you've been shooting a lot of classic jewels on your on your Facebook page about don't let nobody tell you can go run out and get an LLC and all of a sudden you got business credit. That's not how it works. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like you really been on point with giving some. So talk about if you're talking to a young lady, one of our listeners, what would you tell her how to get started and maintain?
If I was talking to, let me say it like this, if I was talking to the younger me, I can't talk about nobody else, but if I was talking to the younger me
Hmm.
and with all the knowledge I have absorbed now, back then at like 21, 19, I would just say invest my money. If I could have started my
Hmm.
businesses
Mm,
early on in the game, I'll probably be a
mm.
Hmm.
millionaire today.
Talk
Hmm.
about it.
And it's not because I grew up, poor or didn't have the means. I touched a lot of money. We've blew through money, and now that
Right.
I'm older and the times have changed, now I'm like, oh, I be looking back like I definitely could have managed that bag way more different, or more or less, if I had that bag today, we'll be on a whole nother timing.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So if I can also tell the younger me, you feel me, don't never give up because you may think you may be in your darkest of times today, but today is not going to last forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you got it in you and it's not on you, it makes a huge difference. You know what I'm saying? We all go through
Straight
things.
up.
We all hit rock bottom. We all done been at the bottom. Some of us have been at the highs of the highs and got knocked
Yep.
down to the bottom.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, always believe in yourself. Whether,
Always.
you have bad relationships, bad friendships, broken business ventures, it doesn't stop there. Keep
All the
pushing,
above.
keep going, keep improving, and always be willing to learn. Never
Mm.
never
Yeah.
think because you've gotten to a status where you cannot learn. We're all
Hmm.
teachable. Continue to stay teachable. Continue to want to learn.
Drop
Continue
them
to be,
jewels.
There you go.
open minded and, think beyond what's on the surface. If that's what I can tell myself, the younger me, then that's really what it is because I feel like I've been at the bottom, or at least I thought I was. Now I look back
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, you feel me? Like, you're all right. You
Yeah, you all
you
right. Pick up and keep going.
all right.
That's
You
right.
get what I'm saying?
That's what Michaela said.
Yeah,
Michaela Harrison. She
yeah.
said, "Yes, you have to keep going and remember tough times don't last always. You can
You
always
don't.
rebuild."
All
You
right.
don't.
Right.
And just
Yep. She
like
says you're doing your
Nike,
thing.
thank you. Just like Nike, Instagram, Facebook. Look at Facebook. They're updating. They're changing, evolving every day.
Right.
Never stay stagnant. Move forward. Even if that's if you have to do 1,000 business plans and 1,000 business ideas and 1,000 ventures.
Mm.
One of them ventures is gonna bust for you.
Hello, girl. That's
And
been my shit.
you get what
I'm
I'm saying?
everywhere. I do a little bit of everything
A
so
Right.
that
little
We're
bit
I
of
talking the
can.
everything.
gene of all trades.
Yeah, man.
You
You
know what I'm saying?
man. The
That's
hustle's
her name
real.
for a reason. Exactly.
It
The hustle's
is.
Right.
real.
Mm-hmm.
And even I tell people too, even if you lose motivation, because you're gonna lose motivation, it's gonna be some days you're
Right.
tired, you're exhausted, you're ran through. We working on 4 hours of sleep, 1 a day energy, and some coffee. It's days that we're gonna be beat
Huh.
down, whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, financially broke. But as long as if you stay consistent, if you keep going,
Right.
if you continue to
Right.
push, the motivation gonna come back.
It
Hmm.
does. We talked about
Yes.
that.
You get what I'm
Yep,
saying?
we
Some
have
days you be like,
definitely
you know
talked about
what?
that.
I'm tired. Don't bother me. Look, I don't feel like doing it.
And you
It
have
ain't
little
nothing.
ones, so I know that could be a
Right.
often occurrence. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They get
Right.
the best of
yeah,
you, and
they
all of
do.
you.
I'll,
Hmm.
look, I'm telling you, so it's it's
So
definitely something you just gotta keep going.
you got to keep going. So what was your first endeavor? And talk a little bit
Um,
about the businesses and how people can reach, how they can, because now you got eyelashes, you got hair. I'm like, look, girl. And listen, we also have another common denominator. Me and my girl Jezzi was
mhm,
at 88.1 when they used to be over at the Santa Fe.
mhm.
They would hold their little things on Friday nights. We met two of your cousins.
My cousins,
Ah.
Yeah.
which
She like,
ones?
what?
Oh God.
You right.
So
I
one
saw
of your
that.
cousins, he's a Belizean rapper, right? King?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That's my cousin. Yeah,
That's
that's
my
my
boy.
cousin.
Yeah, he told me. He was like, "Yeah, that's my cousin." I don't know how he knew. Maybe we took a picture together. I don't
Hmm.
remember how we connected the dots. But you had one that used to own a nightclub too, right? Is that family? He owned a after hours.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Probably.
Sounds
You
like my
got folks all
cousins.
over Vegas, huh?
Well, they were all together. And
Yeah,
so,
I can
they
believe
was
it.
hollering at me and my girl, and we've been friends ever since.
Okay, period. Yeah, my family. I come from a very diverse family, but believe it or not, like you
Nice.
said, one of my family owns a nightclub, and one's a singer. We always doing something. My
Yeah.
cousins, second, third cousins, you'll always see us doing something in the music realm,
It's a
nightlife
culture
realm.
thing, huh? Cause
Yeah, it's
y'all
a
like
culture
y'all
thing.
music.
Love it, and that was my first business. I started promoting and throwing parties in high school.
Oh.
Oh,
And that's
wow.
how I got into the nightlife. And that started
Okay.
when I was in high school. I grew up in LA, born and raised in West LA. I went to West Adams High
Okay.
School, and I started from there, and it became a thing, and eventually after high school I moved to Vegas, and I started promoting music showcases here, and that's
Mm.
how me and Eddie linked up, and we've been family and friends ever since. And this is almost, I think it's pushing about 8 years now, almost a little. We're approaching 10. So I
Oh,
started
wow.
this whole thing doing parties, promotion, marketing, and that's how KADA Promotions came about. And that's one of my original babies. I kind of built
Mm.
that just over the years, and it kind of just stuck with me. And now it's like I can't separate myself from the
Yeah, you got to
two.
go down the lane that the Lord is parting.
Yeah,
When he
pretty much.
pardons the sea, you just walk through.
Pretty much, so it kind of just became a part of me. And then eventually I did, like, radio and podcasting for a minute too, along with the promoting. And I've had my share of shows throughout the years. And if you're a real fan, you know my shows. No need to get into detail about them, but if you were around when that era was popping, you get what I'm saying? Thank
Okay.
you for still continuing to support.
I know that's right.
And then we move fast forward to present day. And now it's expanded to so many other things. Now I have a lingerie and toy intimate line, Island
Love it.
Kisses. And I started a corporation this year because I had so many businesses and these things, growing so much. I just, I was like, we're just all gonna bring everything full circle. So 2022 is when I became a actual legal business owner, and that's when I start preaching the you can't just go get an LLC and get business credit and
That's
boom,
right.
it works.
Right.
Because I'll be lying if I said that's how it works. This does not
Right.
happen overnight.
It's not
You know,
overnight.
Right.
it's not
Right.
overnight. And if I can tell anybody right now, one thing I learned from actually getting and registering my business is if you're not ready, don't jump into it, because once you get it, you got to use it. You get what I'm saying? You got to use it. And if you're not ready to
Yeah.
dive into your business
Yes.
full
Mm.
throttle,
Mhm.
mentally and financially,
That's right.
then don't
Okay.
do it.
That's
It's
right.
not going to
Okay.
hinder you. It's not going to
Yeah.
make you any less of a business owner, because nowadays, if you don't have a LLC or if you don't have a real business, you're a business
You,
owner. Half of the time, that's crock anyway.
baby, look, we found out that a gig worker was a real worker, and we thought it was just a
Right.
hustle. The
Right.
government wants a piece of that action too. That means you
Exactly.
legit. You know what I'm saying? If
Legit,
you
you get what I'm
Right.
saying, and that's
they
that's another major part to
you
what
can
I'm
work a
saying.
gig. It's a gig, babe. So I get what you're
But
saying, but it's a
yeah,
process in
it's a
terms of if you
process.
want to legitimize and you want to take advantage of some of the benefits associated with being a real registered
Yeah.
tax-paying business owner.
Bingo. And that's the thing. Everybody thinks you just get an LLC and now we're throwing on minks and we're just bosses and we're ready to go. You get what I'm saying?
I
And in
do.
reality, that's not how this goes. Actually, this is actually the hardest time when you're trying to get yourself up and running and get funding and getting business credit, because it doesn't happen overnight. It is a consistent, constant uphill battle. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
It
Mm.
doesn't happen overnight unless you have
Right.
a buku amount of money to just invest right then,
And right.
straightforward.
And
Then
like
just
you
give
said,
up.
we've had a ton of money where we could have invested in ourselves in that
Right.
respect. So at some point you do have to say, okay, look, this is, and I'm just finishing up a book, and in the intro of the book I talk about how if it's not something that you're willing to put your all in and sacrifice for, because a lot of people's story is not a happy one. A lot of
Right.
these most successful and most prominent people today were homeless. They didn't have any money. They didn't have
Right.
any resources. Tyler Perry, you know what I'm saying, sleeping in their car.
Hmm.
So when you really look around and say, that's not, I don't have to take that route. I just have
Hmm.
to keep it steady.
Hmm.
Then you can appreciate the journey. Now, before time gets away, I want to know how we can find Island Kisses. You have bonnets. You have a whole slew and library of, you kind of like the Walmart of, I mean, come on now. If you could get your lashes and your 25, 26 inch and a bonnet to put it up with, and your baby got a
Right.
matching bonnet, stop
Yeah.
playing with me. And we got the lingerie.
We got everything. It's like a one-stop shop. Like, what? I love Walmart. You're
Okay.
right. It is like a Walmart. It is like a hood little Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You can come find some little, a little something, something here
Little
and here for a little,
trinkets.
yeah,
Yeah.
put a little goods together. And you can find Island Kisses on every platform, and we have a website at islandkissesllc.com. It's Island Kisses LLC on everything: Facebook, Instagram. We are on TikTok, Island Kisses LLC 702 on
Mm,
TikTok. But you
mm.
Okay.
can find us everywhere. We're everywhere. We do shipping worldwide.
Nice.
Nice.
Because we have worldwide listeners on Hot
Yes, we do.
702.5 FM, okay?
Ooh.
Anybody else want to call in? 702
Yes.
551-5261. You can call in and join in the conversation. I am loving this conversation. I knew I would. This is like our holiday edition.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
love the
We're going.
holidays. It's my Christmas episode.
I know. I love the
That's
hat
right.
and the backdrop.
That's right.
Yes.
Cute.
I love it. I love
What
Christmas.
are
It's my favorite
you?
holiday.
What are you preparing for Thanksgiving? Is it traditional or do you bring in Belizean food? What does that look like for you?
You know what? To my family who is not coming to my house this year, forget all of you guys. Everybody's kind of dispersed this
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
I feel that.
Yeah.
That might be
Yeah.
the element.
Trend.
Yeah, everybody's
think
kind of
that's the
all over
trend.
the place, and so this is the best time where I can say, thank God I kind of built my own little family, because if not, I'll be screwed. So this year I'll be making, the usual mac and cheese, yams, greens. We're making brisket, lamb chops, dressing. Nothing really out of the ordinary. You might have my auntie
Oh,
make some
really?
rice and beans.
Yes.
Nothing really out of the
Sounds good.
ordinary. I can't say too
Okay.
much, and I'm not trying to overcook either, because, like I said, Thanksgiving is
Yeah.
only 48 hours, people. Then we're back to Christmas schedule. Wrap it up.
End of year. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. And remember, Thanksgiving dinner, do not leave it out. Matter of fact, can you give them the rundown, please?
Listen,
On the Thanksgiving
turkey
go.
cannot stay out all day. Just because your family's not coming through, you don't leave it out till midnight and you made it at 7 a.m. Somebody's
people in
going to
the
get
back.
There
sick.
you go.
Refrigerate that bad boy. And let me tell you a good thing. Chop him up. Chop him up as
Yeah.
fine as you can. When it get down to the bone, stick it in some boiling water and make some turkey broth. You have
Oh, yeah.
disposed of your entire turkey. Cut it up, sandwich style. Put it in some plastic bags. Put it in the refrigerator. Anybody come over, that's how they get their stuff.
Sound
got-
like mama.
Don't leave a bunch of, if you made milk products, they can't stay out. Okay, so
Okay.
macaroni and cheese should not stay out all day.
Right.
Not all
Okay.
day. And I know we want a beautiful table. We want to leave it open for family and friends, but let's be cognizant. Listen, tie your hair up. If your nails are long and you're cooking for guests and you have hair, put your hair back, put it in a bonnet. You can get a bonnet on Island Kisses.
Yep.
Get it.
Nice plug. Island Kisses bonnets.
Don't have a bunch of hair in your food, over the food,
Right.
cooking the food, long nails, use gloves. Come on now, we have some etiquette in the kitchen.
And
And then-
especially with all the sickness going around.
Wash your hands,
Yes.
keep them clean, wear the
Absolutely.
gloves. Listen, don't be rubbing all over that turkey. Put some gloves on while you're massaging that turkey. And you can get you some food grade, right there at Smart and Final plug. Get you some
Right.
food grade gloves, come in a big old box so that you can recycle them. If I see you and your nails and you digging and plugging, I'm done. I can't eat it. If your hair's not
Ain't
pulled
nobody
back, I can't eat it. And then, guys, listen, 48 hours is about the length. You can have your turkey sandwiches third day, and you
Throw
can
that
have
shit
your
away.
desserts.
Please. Mama. Are you
Somebody
listening?
has to say it. Somebody has to say it. It'll be me. Throw that shit away, because we finna cook the same thing in a couple weeks again for Christmas dinner.
Very
it's
much
no
so.
Way. It
Very much
shouldn't
so.
be no way. We're still trying
And
to
Tupperware is
scavenge.
trying to salvage.
If you don't throw that shit, come on now. Wrap it up. That's exactly why I was so
Wrap it up.
excited to do this interview, because ever since I had the interview with her on food safety for Thanksgiving, I'm real picky. Like, if I see you starting to post your meals 2 and 3 days before Thanksgiving, blocked. Because you're dirty. Ain't no way in heaven you about to tell me you about
That
to
this
feed us
food-
3-day-old mac and cheese.
That's wrong. We want it fresh, as
My
fresh as
Felicia.
possible. Stop playing.
So-
That is the truth. That is the Thanksgiving
said,
edition. Wrap it
Wrap
up.
Wrap
Your
it
hair
up.
and nails, wrap it up. That's why I ain't got my nails done, because I scrub like a surgeon when I'm going to cook for people. And listen, if your food go bad and something happens, if you happen to something drops in the food, be an honest chef. throw it away and start
Mm-hmm.
over. That might hurt, but don't
Mm-hmm.
do that to the people. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Don't feed people dirty food or things that you know you didn't do properly, like you didn't clean the pan properly, but you just put the food in it. It's a lot of etiquette that goes in the kitchen. There's a lot of people in the kitchen right now. So
Sure
watch
is.
how you are serving other people. If you home and it's just you and your man and your kids and that's what they used to, honey, they can have your underdirt female fingernails. That's them. That's
That's
just you and
exactly
them.
why I didn't plan on getting my nails done for Thanksgiving because I plan on taking them off. Just
Because
because
sometimes you do have to get in the food.
when
You
you're
know
Yeah,
what I'm
you
cooking from
do.
saying?
scratch, if you're cooking from
Yes,
scratch,
you
that
do.
If you're
is,
cooking from scratch, honey, you don't
Yes,
roll
you do.
dough in gloves because
you,
the
it
gloves
don't
will
work.
pop, and then
Yeah.
that's the yeah. So yes,
So
yes, ma'am.
if you're cooking from scratch, if you really finna get down in there and do what it do, like your mama and them and auntie and them, you might have to crack off the grippers.
Take off the nails.
You
That's
get what I'm
right.
Yeah,
saying?
Put
And
the
then
yeah,
after
gloves on
all
yeah.
and get
that,
in it.
And a
after
glove
all
up.
that,
Just know you got
glove
to
up.
glove up, and some stuff you just you got to be more cautious because you're taking food to other people's house. Because that's why we
Right.
ask who made the potato salad. I hope we didn't
And
lose you, Kata.
where you go, Katie?
Yeah,
I love her
you
energy.
sounded out. But
Oh my
just in
goodness.
case, you guys,
Uh-oh.
Island Kisses, this has been a wonderful edition.
Yes.
Um, how you feeling over there, Jesse?
I'm feeling grand. I just love the energy in the room, and
Yeah, it's
Kata
a lot of
is a
freezing going
very.
on. There you go. There you
What'd
go.
you say? Yeah, I
It's some
know, right? Am
freezing.
I freezing too? Yeah, I could tell I'm starting to pause a little bit too.
That's okay. We wrapping it up. This is the wrap
Right.
up holiday edition.
There you go. Kata
But what
did an excellent job, and I'm so glad y'all touched on Thanksgiving etiquette. Very glad to hear it. I hope my mama was listening loud and clear. Don't leave that stuffing out all night before you cook it. Onions go bad overnight. They go
so
bad, like fast.
yeah, let me tell you something. Rice will too. Don't leave rice in the rice cooker. It sweats. So
Right.
by day number 3, it's sweating, and where there's sweat, there is potential for mildew and bacteria. So
Mildew and
don't leave
bacteria.
rice out either. It's something
Right.
about the makeup of rice that is a problem. Okay, we got
There
it
you
back. We
go.
got you
There you
back.
go.
I'm
So,
sorry, y'all.
um, baby, husband posted the islandkissesllc.com. So anybody
Oh,
who is listening or is streaming live with us, there is the website where you can find her. We're trying to get this toy drive together, so please go to her. Tell them where to find you.
You guys can go to my Facebook at Kata Castillo. We've actually just made a GoFundMe link today for those who would like to donate and they just prefer doing it through a secure way of donating. We just made a GoFundMe. So if you guys go to my Facebook, Kata Castillo, you guys will be able to see everything, whether that's my website, bonnets, the toy drive, upcoming events. Everything is
Yes,
posted. Everything, my life is open book. You guys can see anything on there. If you guys need help with your business, I can share the little bit that I know, or I can refer you to somebody who would be able to help you in whatever department you are looking for.
that sounds phenomenal. So we're going to wrap this thing up. Jesse, where do we find you?
you can find me at on IG at Jezzi Jezzi 333 on Facebook under my government name, Jessica Osborne.
And you can find me at J9 Roberts on Facebook and Instagram. I'm acting a fool all day, any given day. My son said, "What am
Right.
I cooking?" Son, I'm going out of town. I won't be back until Wednesday, so y'all get it together, okay?
There you
So,
go.
All right. Y'all wasn't ready for that,
Mama
huh?
is flying away, so I won't be doing any
Y'all
cooking.
wasn't ready for that.
And you
Thank you
see, when I
all
talk
for
about y'all, everybody's all over the place doing their own thing,
Yeah,
not
well, it's my
Right.
time, girl.
thinking
I'm a
about
grandma of
us.
5.
I know that's
Okay,
our
so it's
grandma looking
I've
good.
looking
Look
damn good.
good, right?
Let me get out of here.
We're
Thank you
granny.
guys for listening.
Thank you
Thank you
Join
guys
so
for
much
us.
having
for
me.
joining us,
I'm not sure
Kata.
when
I
you'll join us, but we'll
love
let
that
you
you were
know.
here.
Thank you guys. And I look forward to seeing you guys for the toy drive. Please come out if you can. And
Yes,
happy holidays,
ma'am.
guys.
Thank you,
Happy
dear.
holidays. Sending
Happy
peace, love, and
holidays to
light,
all. Happy Thanksgiving,
prosperity, and
everybody.
protection.
That's it.
Sending
Be safe.